Well, greetings, church family. It is Friday and Sunday is coming, but it's a very different Sunday. As most of you know, we have made the decision to have only online services this coming Sunday. And I want to just tell you, it's a drag. I mean, it really is. Just the joy of being able to meet together is such a joy. And um, it was a really hard decision. I wish I could say I was 100% sure I've made the right decision, but I do believe that we've tried. With our government asking us to really keep the contact down to 10 people in a meeting and everything being closed, we just came to the decision that, whether we agree or disagree, and I know that even in our fellowship, it very differs in that. This is the road that our nation is taking, and we definitely want to be those that honor and walk in that. So we are going to be doing only online services. Never had to do it this way before, and so just kind of moving towards it. I want to just tell you again how sad I am not to be able to see you, how not sad I am not to be able to gather with you guys together on Sunday, and I know for many of you, you feel the same. But as we head into it, a few things. Number one, we're only going to do one service. We're going to stream a service at 10:30 on Sunday morning. Couple quick explanations. We normally have two services, an 8:30 and a 10:30. A lot of reasons for that. Both the size of the church, it just probably wouldn't all fit most of the time. But it has to do with trying to meet people and then also be there for our servants so that our servants can attend one service and serve in another. None of those are factors heading into a Sunday service with nobody there in the sanctuary, and it's a little bit odd. We did it Wednesday night, and hope God worked through it, but it's really weird having nobody in the sanctuary, and doing that twice would feel even very plastic. And so just as I've prayed about it, kind of came down to the conclusion that we were just going to do one service. And so we began debating when. I know that some of you are morning people and you the 8:30 and you're like, we want to have it early. And we thought about that and then just maybe replaying it at 10:30. But a number of factors kind of moved into it. It's going to be a little bit extra work technology wise for us to do just an online service. And normally when we have an 8:30 service, a lot of our servants have to be there by 7 in the morning. And it would be even earlier for us to make sure it was just an online service. For their sake, we thought, hey, you know what? There's no need to really stress in that. But there is also a sense that we wanted to have some sense of community. And if we did an 8:30 and just restreamed it at 10:30, it would have been a little bit disconnected. By asking us all to do a 10:30, there's a sense of just recognizing that all over town, your brothers and sisters are watching the service with you. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can make some comments, and we'd actually encourage that just to have a sense of community. So we're hoping that we can all kind of connect together at 10:30 on Sunday morning. And so just definitely encouraging you in that, definitely just wanting to kind of speak into that and hope it will be a good thing. And again, I'm sorry for you 8:30 people. I know some of you have been 8:30 people forever, and you're like, that's just 10:30 is too late. But I'm just hoping that you would graciously step with us towards 10:30. Everything else in town is closed. All the restaurants are closed. Hopefully it'll split up your day, and just invite you to be with us there at 10:30. As we've encouraged, there's a number of places you can do it. You can do it on our app or our website. Both of those are good options. But I also wanted to encourage you guys, we'll be Facebooking, and so Facebook Living, that the benefit there is, again, it will remind you and you can comment there if you're a Facebook user. But our very best option is on YouTube. It is our strongest stream. It's an adaptive stream that adapts really well to whatever device you're using and the speed of your internet. But it's also very easy to use in other places. Many of you guys have a smart TV, and on there will probably be a YouTube app, which you could just navigate towards the Calvary Roswell. And when we're streaming, and you'd be able to stream it big on your TV. Best way to do that. So anyway, it works. We encourage you, stream with us on Sunday morning, we'd love to just connect with you and be there with you. That then leads to just questions. Sunday night, we have a prayer meeting. And boy, if there's any time that we need to be a praying people, this is certainly it. Praying for our nation, praying for our church. That said, gathering together for a prayer meeting, again, just kind of poses problems, ones that we're concerned about, that we don't want to in any way facilitate this virus being caught. I have a pastor friend who was emailing this morning to some of us as pastors and just encouraging us. He had, I think it was last week before, it was probably last week, they had a memorial service for a man who had died, and they decided to go ahead and do it. I mean, it just seemed so appropriate. And it was packed out. Well, it turns out the father-in-law of the man who died had the coronavirus. And so now I think he passed. And then several other people, because of the service they had, are quarantined. Some of them are sick. And he was just like, you just don't want to do this. I mean, just be careful. And so that just kind of plays into this. I've talked to several medical people within our church, and all of that just simply says that that gives reason not to have a service on Sunday, but even the prayer meeting. So here's what we're going to do. For you guys who want to join us, for a prayer meeting, for a 1 hour prayer meeting, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. We're going to do it as a conference call. So we'll just connect our phones. I'm hoping to figure out the best way to do that before Sunday. We'll connect our phones, via that, and we'll just take some time. We'll spend an hour together over a conference call praying. Now, you don't have to do it with us. You could just pray together as a family or friends, or maybe you want to have your own conference call with other people. This is a great time to be praying for people. So just however that works, we want to encourage you to that. So Sunday we're streaming, invite you as your family, or maybe neighbors that you are already connecting with, invite them into your home, watch the service together, join us for prayer. That would be amazing. And then we'll just continue navigating this forward. I think about what Jesus said, not to worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow's got enough trouble of its own. And so we're trying to just apply that. We're going to take this one step at a time. We'll figure out next week when next week comes, and hoping that this will very quickly resolve or at least move to a place where we can be meeting together again as a church. So we're just not going to, try to figure that out, what the future looks like. We're just figuring out this Sunday. And this Sunday we're streaming. And so we're hoping that you would join us in that. And then just with that, just want to communicate to you my love. Again, I miss seeing your faces, miss watching just the fellowship that takes place between us as a body. It's always so much joy. And so with that, just letting you know, if you need anything, please reach out to us. If you have questions, reach out to us. As a staff, we're all here for you. Even though we're trying to even kind of practice the social distancing as a staff, we are all available. You can reach out to us on, call us, email us, whatever you need. We're all available to you. We're praying for you and just longing that God would work in this for your good, for our good, and then that we just be a light to the world. I just want to remind you to redeem that we have the hope. We have the hope that goes beyond all of this, that our access to God that can't be taken away, and the hope that we have that no matter what happens in this life, that we have an eternal hope. We have the hope that people need today. So I hope that you would be sharing that, walking in that, and just encourage that. So God bless you guys. Have a super day, and I'll see you on Sunday online, God willing. So God bless you guys, and thank you.